Hey, welcome back to another Salt and Pauper Magic the Gathering video. My name's Chad. We're going to continue with our Unfinity set release for Magic the Gathering and evaluation for the Pauper format. We're going to round things up with the green cards. Let's jump right in. Now we get to break into green. Starting off the green cards for Unfinity, we have Atom Wheel Acrobats, which is a 4-mana 3/2 Elf Performer. For 3 and a green, you get whenever you roll a 1 or a 2, put that many 1/1 counters on Atom Wheel Acrobats. And then for 3 mana, you roll a 6-sided die. Now this is what I was waiting for your E-Electrocutes. We needed a way to roll dice a lot. And the fact that this grows exponentially while you are rolling those dice seems very good. Not exponentially, incrementally.
Yeah, one of those words.
English.
See, I do enjoy how this interacts with the other cards that care about rolling 3 or less, 4 or less. You know, this one being a 1 or 2, 33% of the time you're going to get the effect, and the rest of the time you're not. But you are going to have the overflow into the other cards for which you're ideally rolling anyways.
Well, and then keep in mind that 33% chance is 50/50 1/1 counter or 2/2 counters. And that 50/50 for +2/+2 after 3 mana that's permanent, that adds up real quick. Like, you hit a 2 one time and it's a 5/4.
Mm-hmm.
You hit a 2
something like what, a 9% chance?
7/6?
No,
like
18.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 18%. It's just under 20%. It's like 17.5.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, in that area.
Oh, it's
I'm not a
16
mathematician.
Sorry, it's 16 and a half.
Yeah. Solid stuff. This card, you want one of them on the battlefield, and then you want one in your hand for when they eventually kill the one that you had on the battlefield.
No, you just want to run both out and let them start stacking together.
What? Nah. What if they roll Slight Malfunction and it's X damage divided as you choose?
That's not how that card works. It's just how I wish that card worked.
Now, I mean, I find it difficult to push the other Atom Wheel Acrobats out on 5 mana instead of just rolling with the first one.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
fair.
you want to have the mana to cast and roll.
Sure, I can see that.
So,
next up, we have Blorbian Buddy. Great name. Love Blorbian. It's a 1/1 for 1 green, alien guest, trample, and then green tap, get a ticket. This is so much worse than Prize Wall, it's painful. Not only can this not place stickers, but it's a 1/1.
it does have relevance in trample, and people aren't going to kill it early on. Like, you kill it in response to putting a trigger on something, or putting a ticket on something. That trigger, not the event of.
Yeah, but even if you could, like, even if you get a bunch of tickets, this inherently does not let you play any stickers.
Yes.
Which is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know how often you're going to sit with, like, 4 tickets built up or 5 tickets built up and, like, a game-breakingly strong power toughness sticker that you can just never put on this thing because you don't have a way to play stickers? Like, oh, that seems awful. I don't know. Not a fan. I think this one misses the mark for me.
Mm-hmm. It's fine as a one of. I'm not playing more than that though.
I'm loving the name Blorbian though. Can we have more blorbs? Like, I don't know where they're from, but we want more blorbs.
Actually, thinking about it, I might play 2 just to have the extra tickets.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next
that's
up
how you're getting
is probably the best green ticket card. Actually, that's a lie. It is certainly the best green ticket card. Chicken Troop is a 2/2 bird performer for 2, 1 and a green. It has Ward 2 statically, and when it enters the battlefield, you get 1 ticket, and you can put a sticker on something. This card's great. If this gave 2 tickets, it would be nuts. And as is, it's like close to being played in mono green with no tickets or stickers at all. Like a 2/2 ward for 2 is mediocre, but being able to throw your Rancor on something, being able to use your Ram Throughs on stuff, and not fearing a removal spell, I mean, this is real close to like early hexproof. And I'm a fan. This card's pretty good.
Oh yeah, this thing has hexproof undoubtedly for the first 4 turns of the game even.
Yep.
And even then after that, they're not gonna want to spend turn 4 killing it.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wait till like turn 5, maybe turn 6 to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of this card. I don't know that it's going to be strong enough to be played, but again, if there is a ticket deck, this is certainly in it. This card's very good. Excited to see what this card does for the format. I think this card's probably going to be good.
I'm not excited. No, stickers bad, remember?
Yeah, that's true. I don't want stickers to be playable, so maybe I'm not excited to see what this card does. It's late, I'm sleepy.
Come on, remember whose team you're on.
That's true. Team no stickers. I want no Team Gugon. I want no adhesive. Alright, next up is Coming Attraction. It's a sorcery for 2 and a green. Search your library for a basic land, put it in the battlefield, tap, then open an attraction. Nobody in Pauper wants 3-mana rampant growth, and in limited, I mean, I'm okay with like 1 or 2 of this card. It's probably pretty good if my curve is high. And opening an attraction is going to be necessary because not very many things do it. And perpetual value over the course of the game is going to add up quickly. So I'm in favor of this card. I think it's probably good and limited. It's not going to be played in anything else.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. Next
is probably the best name in the set, Inbiggin. 1 mana instant for 1 green. Until end of turn, target non-Brushwag creature gets +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and subtype it has. Card's good. Of all the cards we've seen thus far, outside of like 1 or 2, this card might pop up in a few things. Mm-hmm. Like, this is giant growth number like 5 and 6 in a lot of decks, you know?
Well, I mean, not to bring it back to a creature that you previously mentioned, but how many card types and creature types does Vault Scourge have?
I want to say it has 4. It's an artifact creature.
Phyrexian horror, whatever. Phyrexian insect, I think. So, it's not awful. I don't remember if Scale Up.
Oh no, it only has 3.
Better on it.
It's an imp.
It's an imp?
Artifact creature imp, that's it.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, it's oracled to have Phyrexian.
Yeah.
So it's an artifact creature Phyrexian imp.
That's what I thought.
That's weird, because on the card it does not have Phyrexian. They added that as a super type.
Yeah. That's a whole other topic that I didn't enjoy too much either. But
the typing overhaul?
Yeah. To be fair, they did the same thing with walls previously, so
yeah,
whatever. There is precedent. Just don't like it.
I don't know. This being an instant speed Might of the Old Croja is okay for me. I'm alright with this card being played. And to be fair, of the cards in this set, I'm most okay with this card being played. So, cool. Bring it on.
That's because this card doesn't just straight up kill you. There's windows of interaction with this. You can kill the creature after or beforehand. Easier before.
Although I do dislike that this is going to make everyone argue over Oracle text.
Maybe.
Like, because you're going to look at cards and be like, it's cool, this is only a +2/+2, and then they're going to be like, actually, it's +5/+5. You're going to be like, what? You're going to be like, yeah, they added Phyrexian Doghound. Remember the creature type overhaul? Yeah, that's a thing now.
Hang on, I gotta look up how many card types Kiln Fiend and Hot Dogs has. It looks like just 3. So
Yeah, creature,
I'm
elemental,
okay with
dog.
yeah. I'm okay with this coming in. I do think Scale Up is just in general better for the turn you're trying to kill him in whatever deck you play Pump Spell in. But the second one is better. You know,
True.
the second and big and over the second Scale Up.
All right. You know what would be interesting, just throwing this out there into the void, but what if this card, before it gave +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and subtype, made the target a Brushwag?
What?
So it says until end of turn, target non-Brushwag creature gets +1/+1 for each of those things. What if it made target creature a Brushwag, so you could only use one of these on it at a time? It would give
like made it a Brushwag afterwards?
Yeah, like it would give it +1/+1
okay.
additionally by adding the Brushwag creature type, but it would make it so you could only cast one at a time.
So it would read something like, until end of turn, target non-Brushwag creature becomes a Brushwag.
And gets +1/+1 for each super type, card type, and a subtype on it.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I think that'd be way more interesting from like a card design perspective. Just throwing it out there. I think that might have been a missed opportunity because target non-Brushwag creature is so specific that I feel like it should become a Brushwag as part of this effect.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy the fact that it's such an obscure creature type that hasn't really been used too much. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Outside of like Weasel or Badger, you know, that's going to affect the least amount of creatures, but also not going to make you count and keep up to date with the total number of creature types.
I just don't know why it was necessary.
For Changeling.
To be honest.
It's Changeling.
Oh my god, Changeling.
Yeah.
I hadn't even considered that. Wow. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to keep up to date with the total number of creature types that exist. So yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I hadn't even considered Changeling. That's terrifying.
Although, if you can make the land in this set into a creature.
Oh, right, because it has so many. Well, first you'd have to make it an artifact. So liquid metal coating it, and then Kenku Artificer it.
Wind Zendikon.
Oh, yeah, that one too. Alright, next up is Finishing Move. Let's move it right along. We're almost done. Sorcery for 2 and a green. You get 2 tickets, then may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you own. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So it's 2 tickets, a sticker, and a bite. This is undoubtedly the next best playable to Command Performance. It's not 2 mana, but it's 3 mana, but it comes with a bite. This card's quite good.
You know? Earlier I looked at this and I thought it only gave 1 ticket.
No.
But yeah, this is a card that green wants. It wants everything from this.
Yeah.
Especially because you put the sticker on before the fight.
Yeah.
So you're going to kill what you're aiming at.
Yeah. Yeah, big fan of this card. I think that of all of the like self-contained cards, this card has the highest chance of making it in the cube. I don't personally want stickers in my cube, so I don't think it's going to make the cut, even with good argument. But of all the cards that could, this is the card that I'm looking at the strongest, I think. Don't think this is good enough because it's a sorcery for Pauper constructed, so I'm not worried about it. But it's close.
Yeah, and at 3, it's hard.
Yeah.
To want that, but.
Alright, next up is Grabby Tabby. It's a 4/3 for 4, 3 and a green. It's a cat guest. It has vigilance as long as you control a stickered permanent. Once again, this is that awkward stat line where I don't want to sticker it. I want to sticker something else. And vigilance just doesn't feel like a relevant enough keyword to add here. Like, I'm not jumping through hoops to give this thing vigilance. I don't care that much. When it has it, it'll be cool. When it doesn't have it, I'm not trying that hard to give it to it, you know?
Yeah. Vigilance isn't really just a green ability that sticks out to me either.
No.
I don't see this winning in really any department.
All right. Well, let's move on to the final name matters card in the Blankosaurus. It's a 3/3 for 6 mana, 4 and 2 green. But hold on, wait, there's more. It comes with Trample, and it says when it ETBs, put a name sticker on it, put a 1/1 counter on it for each unique vowel on that sticker. So you have options of this being an on-rate 6/6 trample for 6, averages of this being a 7/7 trample for 6, and upside of this being up to a 9/9 trample for 6. I mean, that's pretty good. That might be the biggest single creature in Pauper.
I think so.
9/9 trample might be the single biggest stat line possible in Pauper.
There's the 8/9 was the previous biggest.
Yeah.
8/9 trample.
Uh-huh.
But that cost way more. Like 1 whole mana more. Or 2? No, it was 8. Yeah.
It was 8, but also there was an 8/9 on Nessian Ass Monstrous.
Yeah, but like single creature.
Oh, just
like,
vanilla? Yeah.
Yeah.
8/9 was previously the biggest stat line, so I think 9/9 might be the biggest stat line in Pauper. Is that good enough to be played? Not at 6 mana.
Absolutely not. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not winning the game the second this creature enters the battlefield?
What do you mean this thing dies to removal? It doesn't have hexproof?
Wait, what do you mean enters the battlefield as a trigger and I can bolt it?
Right. Yeah, that last part is the part that matters.
Yeah, you're so sarcastic all the time. I can hardly tell if that was...
Especially because you can wait until they pick a sticker.
You can't.
Oh, no, it's part of the same resolution. You're right.
Yes.
So you have to bolt this before they choose a sticker. But still, that's funny that you can just go ability on the stack bolted. 1 mana spell kills your 6 mana bomb. Okay, thanks.
I mean,
Path to exile vibes.
I'm looking at my vendettas, and I'm smiling when I see this. So...
Alright, next up is Petting Zookeeper. It is a 0/4 Reach Elf Employee for 3, 2 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, open an attraction. What is this card? Like it's an elf, but it's a 0/4 Reach. It doesn't have Defender. It costs 3 mana, and it opens an attraction?
It also does not have a bow, so how is it reaching?
Well, so I don't know if you've noticed in the artwork, but according to the flavor text, it says, calling it a petting zoo really saved on cages. And you see a giant spider coming over the back of the snack bar.
Yeah, no, I see that, but the spider's got reach.
So it's kind of like inferred that this is the keeper of the petting zoo. So maybe it's like riding the spider, or it's like sicking the spider after something. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's really this zookeeper on top of the spider that's blocking the fire.
I'm confused as to why this is a 0/4 Reach Elf for 3. That seems like the weirdest combination of stat block, keyword, and creature type that I could imagine in green.
Well, you know why? It's because employees are not supposed to be aggressive.
I hate that that's a point that you made that's probably accurate. Alright, any other thoughts on this? I mean, it's a 0/4 Reach for 3 vanilla outside of limited because of attractions not mattering, so
I'm real ready to move on from both what I've said and what you've said.
Alright. Stilt Strider is a 5/4 still with reach, but this one makes sense. For 5 mana, 3 and 2 green, it's a Rhino Performer on stilts, which is why it has reach. And when it enters the battlefield, you get 2 stickers, and you may put a non-land permanent you own. You may give a sticker to a non-land permanent you own. This is a 5 mana, make 2 tickets, get a sticker. You're almost never stickering this. But, but you could definitely sticker other stuff. And this does give you 2 tickets and the ability to cash them in immediately, which is very similar to pretty much what we deemed as the baseline for a playable ticket card earlier. I don't know, I think this card's probably better than I think it is. I don't want it to be good. It's not going to be anywhere near playable in anything besides Limited, but in Limited this card's probably very good.
Oh, I'd be happy to sticker this thing with the two tickets it gives you. There's
what?
Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 2 life. Whenever it attacks, you gain another ticket. Haste, afflict 2.
Oh yeah, you're looking at abilities. I was thinking about stat lines.
Yeah. Whenever it attacks, bolster 1. There's.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. This card's probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's a solid creature. The fact that it dies to 4 drops in green is kind of sad, but just don't block with it.
Yeah.
On that, you know?
I'm kind of on the fence about this. I think this card is, again, one of those things like the fight spell where, like, in a vacuum, it might be worth it to just add it with, like, 1 sticker sheet, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
so that it just has
something in cube, so it does have just the 1 to select from. Yeah.
And then you just have, like, you know, an ability or a text box, or an ability or a stat line that you can choose from or something. Or maybe maybe it's just errata that, like, it comes into play with, you know, haste, or with, you can pick, like, one of 3 abilities that it just enters play with.
Honestly, you could have 3 sticker sheets and still have that be legal, you know, quote unquote. So,
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just, like, pre-stickering. You know, if I'm going to have it in the cube, I don't want to have to worry about, like, double sleeving with stickers and, like, getting people to use them and put them back and, you know, all that BS. So I think probably it would just be a matter of, like, deciding what this was here for and then just adding the sticker on it already.
I like the idea of just magnets. You know, small magnets.
That sounds like a headache and a half.
Yes.
All right. Any closing thoughts on this guy? We're winding down now. Just a couple left.
No. He's one of the more playable ones. He does give you 2 tickets, which is the relevance of this. You know, it is part of the same resolution of the ability. Mm-hmm. That same ability so that your opponent can't interact with you after you've gotten the tickets.
Mm-hmm. True.
Mm-hmm. But that's it. You know, good card. Play this.
All right. Next up is Vegetation Abomination. It's a 3-mana 2/2 artifact creature, plant mutant food. God, this thing gets embiggened hard. For 2 and a green, it has Death Touch, and it has tap, sacrifice itself, roll a 6-sided die, gain life equal to the result. I'm never sacrificing this to this own ability unless I'm about to die. But a 2/2 Death Touch for 3 that embiggens for +5/+5 seems pretty good.
This is a food token with legs.
Yeah.
And Death Touch.
Uh-huh.
That you can't sacrifice right away.
I mean, you can to Cauldron Familiar. This could certainly see play in Constructed. Cauldron Familiar is already seeing, like, some gate food type situations, and this is another food.
I don't like any of that.
I could see that. And I love that this gets embiggened like crazy. 5/5 off of embiggen is wild. This thing has so many types.
Our only hope is because it's an artifact, it gets killed immediately.
Just shatter it.
Yeah,
all right.
But it's a 2/2, so no one's going to care about it.
All right, next up is a Whiff. It's a 5-mana 4/2 artifact creature robot. It's called Draconian Gate Bot, but it is an attraction. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. You either open an attraction of your own or you destroy targeted attraction. Nobody's playing this card outside of Limited, but in Limited it's probably pretty good. Next up, second to last, the penultimate card from Unfinity and Pauper is going to be Ticket Turbo Tubes. It's a 3-mana artifact. It is tap 1 for any color, so it's a mana rock, and it says 3 tap, you get a ticket. This card's probably pretty good. Recurring source of tickets, and it's a mana rock. I'm looking to play like 1 or 2 of these in most of my limited and draft decks. If I can get them, I'm going to play them. And outside of that, I see this having little to no impact. If there's a ticket deck, this might not even get played in that.
Yeah, there's nothing outside of limited for this card.
Alright, and then last card up, Ticket Automaton. It's a 3-mana 2/2 artifact creature robot. When it enters the battlefield, get a ticket, and you may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you control. So this is the colorless ticket production. This is the colorless ticket production. I'm kind of confused by this card because they're saying that in generic mana terms, 2/2 vanilla is what you get for 3 mana if it's stapled on get a ticket, put a sticker into play. But earlier in this set, we got a 2/2 flyer for 3 that does this effect. And we even got a downrated 2/2 ward 2 for 2 that has this effect. So there's really sending mixed signals as to the mana value of what a ticket and a sticker is supposed to represent here. Don't know about this. I don't think this has a home anywhere outside of Limited, but in Limited it's probably okay as like a 17th creature if you need it, you know?
I think that this is actually a winner in the black deck. You know?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. They need ticket help.
Yeah, they need ticket help hard. So
I'm with you there.
23rd card, 17th creature, you know, it's your 4th ticket generation. You know, you need something to get you guys stuff going. But you're not looking for this in the other colors. There's just better ticket generation creatures at better or equal cost. So,
alrighty, that wraps up the set review.
Nice.
Set review done. As usual, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you think we misevaluated anything, let us know in the comments down below, and let us know what you're most excited about coming out of Unfinity. Are you a fan of the stickers? Do you think that we got something wrong? Maybe being a little too judgmental on a new mechanic? Or do you agree? Fight it out in the comments below, because that's down sure to get spicy down below. As usual, guys, for a new channel, comment for the algorithm. Make sure you like and subscribe, you know, do all the clicks. Really supports the channel, really does help, especially in these early phases of growing. Looking forward to playing a lot of this Unfinity in Vegas for Magic 30. Hopefully I will see you guys there. And as usual, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.